This is how to use Bitget exchange, make deposits, withdrawals and trade, everything you need to know to stay safe. In the previous video, we created and verified an account. Today, we will deal with the next part, that is using the options available on the Bitget platform. Everything should take less than 10 minutes because we will focus on all important matters without any irrelevant time wasters. After logging in, we go to the main dashboard, where in the upper right corner, we can change the color of the page from light to dark, select the language and currency in which all prices are displayed. I'm entering the security options, where we see a list of the main security features. Currently, I have the most important ones configured. A very important option is two-step verification using an additional application, the so-called 2FA, because such security protects us against unauthorized access by outsiders. You will learn how to install and configure such an application from a separate recording. Below is the anti-phishing code. It is a code that will always be included in the correspondence coming from the exchange. Thanks to it, you can distinguish fake emails from real ones sent by Bitget, and this helps a lot. I go to the Identification tab. Here, we can check our current limit for withdrawals of traditional currency. The limits are quite high, so no one will likely need to apply for their increase. I click on Buy Crypto, where you can quickly make purchases using the most popular payment methods. For example, I want to spend $100 on Bitcoin, and here we have various payment methods to choose from, such as credit card, Google Pay, or regular bank transfer. Payment is the same as in any regular online store. The next tab is Markets, where you will find information about many projects sorted into various categories. For example, new listings, gainers, top volume, or divided into types such as Metaverse, Layer 2, Meme, Fan tokens, and others. Going to the Earn tab, we can find further functions. One of them is the Launchpad. It is a place where new projects are created and we can participate in their launch, which is often an interesting investment opportunity. I will say much more about this in a separate video. The next interesting tab is Launch Pool. Usually, in exchange for locking tokens in the staking system, it is something similar to a bank deposit. We receive voting power that allows us to acquire other assets. As a reward for our commitment, there's a chance to receive an airdrop. I will explain this process in detail in a separate video due to the many side threads and security issues that need to be explained. In addition to the two options mentioned earlier, this tab offers numerous other suggestions, but they are less important. You can look at them in your free time, but we won't deal with them now. If you want to deposit funds, go to the Deposit tab, where you can select the coin, the appropriate network, and copy the payment address. There's nothing particularly difficult here, as long as you choose the right network and copy the deposit address well. The second option is Withdrawal, where you must select the cryptocurrency you are interested in, provide the appropriate withdrawal address and the network on which you want to operate. Each such operation is confirmed by entering the password, the code sent to the email, and the code from the authentication application that I mentioned at the beginning. At the very bottom, you will find a list of currently ongoing and completed operations. Then, returning to the Trade tab, I will focus on the most important option for us, that is spot trading. When the website starts, you will see a Bitcoin chart. I will change the screen color to dark to make it more pleasant for us to work. In the top line, you will see an information panel about a given currency pair. Further in red, we will find a list of sales orders. In green, we will find a list of purchase orders. This moving list is the most recently completed orders. There are both sold and bought transactions here. In the upper left corner, you will find a drop-down list of all cryptocurrencies available for trading divided into different pairs. For example, in relation to Bitcoin, separately to stablecoins and so on. On the right side of the screen, you will find trading options. The first and basic one is Limit Order. Using this option, you can place your sell or buy order by adding it to the list of those available on the left side that I mentioned earlier. For example, you can enter that you want to buy Bitcoin at a price of $2,500 per piece. Select what percentage of your account balance you want to use by entering it or using the slider, and press Buy, which will put your order on the waiting list. The sale works in exactly the same way. Once you have the cryptocurrency in your wallet, you can enter that you want to sell it at a price of $2,900 in the amount you choose, and after pressing Sell, the order will go to the waiting list. Remember that there is no guarantee that your order will be executed because whether it will ultimately take place depends on the price on the stock exchange and its changes over time. The second option is market trading. Using this function, we buy at the current stock price immediately. Our order is executed without waiting, and we also sell immediately at the current price without waiting. This option is intended for people who want to complete the transaction quickly. The last option is stop-loss orders. In other words, it is a conditional order, sell if or buy if. For example, if we see that the price is falling and we are afraid that it will fall further, we can enter that if the price drops to $2,650 per unit, then our cryptocurrencies will be put up for sale at a price of $2,600. We can also enter that if the price drops to $2,600, we want to place a purchase order at the price of $2,650 in the quantity we choose. For orders of this type, avoid entering the same values in both windows, because in a situation when the price drops or increases quickly, your order may reach the execution point, but may not be executed if the price changes too quickly. You should leave some difference in amounts in order to capture the so-called market liquidity. Below you will find current orders and a list of already completed ones. There are additional functions such as cross, isolated and grid, but due to their nature I will deal with them in another material. In general, the exchange itself has a lot of additional options, but it can be said that they are more advanced and I will deal with them in a separate material. Over time, you will gain skills and practice, and using the Bitget exchange will become easy and pleasant. If you are just starting out, try to be careful because haste and greed are always bad advisors. Remember that the stock exchange is a private company that can sometimes have its ups and downs, so it is not recommended to keep your funds on the stock exchange. The best solution is to keep cryptocurrencies on external wallets, such as Ledger or Trezor, which I mentioned in previous videos. If you want to build your cryptocurrency future, keep your cryptocurrencies safe and send them to exchanges only if you want to make a transaction. At the end, good luck.